Now, creating writing habits for yourself can be quite influential with helping you write that first draft. The best part is that there's really no right or wrong answer as long as it works for you. Well, I'm Mike with WriterSanctuary, and today I'm going to go over the reasons why I create a 2-hour block of time throughout my day to write my books. Now, before we get started, I use the free version of Asana to plan out my day. It lets me set aside blocks of time for the many projects that I'm involved in. And no, this isn't an advertisement, I just really like the program. Now, you don't need Asana to create good writing habits, but for me, it makes the process a hell of a lot easier. Now, first of all, I create a block of time so that I can make sure that I have it scheduled within my day. This is because I get sidetracked quite easily with all of life's little issues. And I could write after hours, but by 5:30 my mind is mush. I'm pretty much done for the day, and all I want to do is curl up on the beanbag chair and veg. Plus, if I schedule it within my day, it guarantees that I have at least 2 hours that I can write my book. Now, the second reason why I create blocks of time is because it helps me break up my day. Because I don't view working on my book as work. It's essentially for me a nice break in the middle of the day to let me unwind and relax before I have to dive into something that a client needs. In other words, it's a nice break in the middle of the chaos. Now, the third reason why I create 2-hour blocks of time is because I have too much going on at any given point. Now, I would love to dump more time into my books, but between the blogs, the YouTube channels, podcasts, clients, and everything else I have my fingers in, I just don't have the time. So, by creating those 2-hour blocks, I can make sure I get it scheduled in there somewhere, and that means I can get my book written much sooner. The fourth reason why I create 2-hour blocks of time is because I find taking time away from my book to be quite helpful. Even if I know that I can technically keep writing, having that cutoff point lets me jump right back into it the next day. And I often take 15 to 20 minute walk breaks while thinking about my book. That means I'm able to process all the stuff that I just written and all the stuff that I want to add to the book. So when I come back to it the next day, I often have fresh ideas and a lot of scenes that I would like to add. And lastly, the 2-hour block of time still guarantees, for me anyway, that I wind up getting between 1,200 and 2,000 words a day. Now, I'm usually pretty quick when it comes to writing any type of content. Now, back in my prime, when all I did was write for clients on Textbroker, I could crank out more than 10,000 words a day. Of course, I've only done that a few times. On average, I'd range between 6,000 and 8,000, depending on what was going on. Now, it was also before I started counting all the words that I write when I'm blogging. But anyway, with 2 hours of time, I can usually write between 1,200 and 2,000 words, which means that I can get a first draft of a book done just inside of 3 months. Of course, that also means that I'm writing between Monday and Saturday, which I usually do anyway, so I get quite a bit done. And all it takes is 2 hours of my time. So there you have it. It's pretty simple. A 2-hour block of time throughout the week, every day, helps me get my books written and published. Well, that is as long as chaos doesn't interfere, which it usually does. But if I can get a solid 2 hours in without being interrupted, I can do a lot of good things. So what kind of writing habits have you made for yourself? Do you find it easier to write in the mornings or in the afternoons? Personally, I tend to write better in the mornings because by nighttime, my brain is mush from staring at a screen all day. Yeah, by the time evenings roll around, I'm just not feeling looking at a screen again. But anywho, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. For more videos about self-publishing, blogging, freelance writing, or anything else I cover, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I think it's going to do it for me today. I'm going to get back to writing my book. I'll see you next time.